Most people dream of a peaceful and financially secure retirement. A life where you can travel, spend time with family, and finally enjoy the freedom you have worked so hard for. But here's the truth. The majority of people never get to that point. Why? Because they make a few crucial mistakes that destroy their retirement plans long before they ever reach retirement age. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they are making these mistakes until it is too late. So today, let's talk about the 3 biggest retirement planning mistakes and how you can avoid them before it's too late. The first big mistake is starting too late. Everyone knows they should save for retirement, but very few actually start early. We think we will start next year or after we get a raise. But that next year turns into 5, then 10, and suddenly, retirement is only 15 years away. By then, catching up becomes incredibly hard. The power of compounding, the single greatest tool for building wealth, works only with time. If you invest $500 a month starting at 25, by 65 you could have over $1 million. But if you start at 40, that same $500 a month might only grow to around $300,000. Time multiplies your money. Waiting destroys it. That's why starting small is better than not starting at all. Even if you can only put away $50 a month right now, do it. The habit matters more than the amount. Once you get into the rhythm, you will naturally find ways to contribute more. The second big mistake people make is not understanding how much they actually need. Most people just pick a random number in their head. They think, if I have a few $100,000, I'll be fine. But they never calculate what their lifestyle will actually cost. Inflation, medical expenses, housing, and taxes, they all add up. The truth is, you need a plan that matches your real life. If you plan to retire at 60 and live until 90, that's 30 years of expenses to cover. Think about that. 3 entire decades without a paycheck. If your monthly expenses are $4,000, you'll need at least $1.4 million to maintain your lifestyle. And that's before you consider inflation. That's why you need to calculate your retirement number, the total amount you'll need to live comfortably. Use the 4% rule as a rough guide. It says you can withdraw 4% of your savings each year without running out of money. So, if you want $60,000 per year, you'll need about $1.5 million saved. It's a simple formula, but it helps you understand your target. Once you know your number, you can build a plan backward to reach it. The third major mistake is relying too much on one source of income. This is one of the biggest financial traps people fall into. Many think their pension, Social Security, or company retirement plan will cover everything. But what if it doesn't? What if the company goes under? What if inflation erodes the real value of your pension? Or what if healthcare costs skyrocket? You can't depend on a single source to fund 30 years of your life. You need multiple income streams, investments, dividends, real estate, side businesses, or even part-time consulting. The wealthy don't rely on one source, they build several. That's what gives them stability and freedom. When one stream dries up, the others keep flowing. Building these streams takes time, but it is one of the smartest retirement moves you can make. Now, let's talk about something that connects all 3 of these mistakes: a lack of planning. Most people approach retirement like it is an afterthought. They think saving money is enough. But saving without a strategy is like driving without a map. You might be moving, but you have no idea where you are going. You need a real plan, one that includes your timeline, target amount, investment strategy, and backup options. And you need to review it regularly. Markets change, inflation rises, and life happens. Your plan should evolve too. Another thing people often forget is healthcare. Medical expenses are one of the biggest retirement killers. In the US, an average couple retiring today may spend over $300,000 just on healthcare during retirement. If you are not planning for that, you could end up draining your savings faster than expected. Consider investing in a health savings account, HSA if available, or a separate medical fund. It's not exciting, but it's essential. People also underestimate inflation. $1 today won't buy the same amount 20 years from now. Even at a modest 3% inflation rate, your cost of living will double in about 24 years. So if you're planning to live comfortably on $50,000 a year, by the time you retire, you might need $100,000 for the same lifestyle. That's why your retirement plan should include investments that beat inflation like stocks, index funds, or real estate. Keeping all your money in a savings account might feel safe, but it is actually losing value every year. Another subtle mistake is not adjusting your portfolio as you age. When you are young, you can take more risks because you have time to recover from market drops. But as you get older, your focus should shift from growth to protection. Too many people either take too little risk early or too much risk late. A good rule of thumb is the older you get, the more conservative your portfolio should become. But don't go 100% into bonds or cash. You still need some growth to fight inflation. And finally, one of the biggest reasons people fail at retirement is simple. They never take action. They overthink, procrastinate, and keep waiting for the perfect time. But the truth is, the perfect time never comes. There will always be bills, emergencies, and reasons to delay. But those who start, even imperfectly, always end up ahead of those who don't. Building a retirement plan is like planting a tree. The best time to do it was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So here's what you should do right now. Start saving even if it's a small amount. Set up automatic contributions so you do not have to think about it. Create a clear retirement goal. Know your number. Diversify your income streams. Don't rely on just one source. And most importantly, review your plan at least once a year. Because your retirement isn't just about money. It's about freedom. Freedom to live life on your terms. Freedom to spend your time the way you want. Freedom from worry, from stress, and from financial limits. If you avoid these 3 major mistakes starting too late, underestimating what you need, and relying on one source, you will already be far ahead of most people. And the best part? You don't have to be a financial genius to do it. You just have to start, stay consistent, and keep learning along the way. If this video helped you think differently about your retirement future, make sure to like it. Share it with someone who needs to start planning today. And subscribe for more simple, smart, and powerful financial insights that can change your life. Because your future self is counting on the decisions you make right now.